Hey guys and girls, my name's Ammo and I'm from Gypsy Vape. I've got this really cool video for you guys tonight. This is the new Kanger RMT tank, or I should say this is the prototype for the Kanger RMT tank. It's an auto self-dripper. It's a really neat tank. My business partner Rick Willard recently went to China to meet with Kanger. While he was in China, they asked us to go ahead and do a review on this tank and give input to the design. You can see if you've done any research on the new RMT tank that this tank is slightly different than the RMT tank that is going to be sold. Having said that, I'm going to do a review on this prototype. So you have to remember this review is for the prototype only and not the new RMT tank. I have not gotten to actually hold the new RMT tank. So I hope you enjoy this. Please bear with me. This is the first video I've ever made, and the technical quality probably has a lot of glitches in it, so I hope you enjoy it. The RMT tank is really cool. Check this out. This is what makes it a self-dripper. It has a squeeze bottle. When you squeeze this bottle, it pre-juices your coils. It's a very, very neat little design. The drip tip did not come with this unit. I put the drip tip on. The RMT has stainless steel connectors, and it also has copper connectors. You can see that it spins very, very nicely, and there's not a whole lot of wobble in there, so there's not a whole lot of play. The screws themselves are very, very tiny. I kind of wish that on this prototype the screws themselves would have been a little bit longer, but I understand why they're short, because you don't want them to crush the wire through the slots. We found that we didn't like about this unit was the air holes. The air holes are drilled in a particular odd fashion to give it a cross-venting effect, but you don't really have any say where the air holes actually fit onto the unit. So you can see once you screw the unit down, the air holes stop. I don't think that on this prototype the air holes themselves were high enough, and they certainly don't cross-vent the coils as well as I would have liked to have seen. I have seen on the release that they're getting ready to release that whole entire air hole airflow situation has been fixed. Here's the deck of the RMT. I really like its design. The posts are solidly constructed. I love the way that the slats are cut out of the actual posts themselves, allowing you to run the wire through the channel and then tighten it down with the screws. I think that makes it very, very easy and a very cool device for newer vapors to get into. I really like that. Imagine that the engineers developed this unit with a very large deck in mind, for the very simple reason is it'd be very hard to over pump this unit if you have large amounts of cotton surrounding the deck, almost like a cushion soaking up any overspilt juice so that the unit itself doesn't flow. Now to show you my coils and getting ready to dry fire my coils for you. I've chosen to go ahead and use 24 gauge coils at 12 wraps. When I was talking earlier about the screws not being long enough, unfortunately with this prototype you have to use 24 gauge coils or lower, or they won't snug tight. So I have a 24 gauge wrap Kanthal at 12 wraps. It should give me a very nice, pleasant vape, and it definitely has good connection to it, as you can see there. Normally I wouldn't vape this with this coil setup, but because of the way it was manufactured on the prototype, I had no choice but to set it up in this fashion. Okay. All right, I'm going to show you how to load this now. This is pretty cool. It comes with a Kanger bottle that's a soft squeezable bottle. What you do is you unscrew the top of your deck, and you have this long feed tube. You drop your bottle into the tank just like that, and then you take your feed tube, you feed it into the center of the bottle, and then what you do is you snug this closed. As you snug it closed, the threads on the bottle seal with the threads on the bottom of the deck, making a perfect seal so the unit itself won't leak. Now, once you have the bottle installed into your RMT, it becomes a really cool squeeze bottle. So when you squeeze it, the juice runs up the shaft into the coils. It's actually a very cool design. Unfortunately, I don't think it will work with most bottles, so you need to make sure that you get maybe a couple spare Kanger Tech bottles with your unit. I'm not sure if they're going to be packaged separately or you'll be able to buy them separately. I'm going to show you how the auto dripper works. You lift the shield. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's upside down, but you take your fingers and you squeeze the bottle. When you squeeze the bottle, you can see the juice flowing evenly over the coils. I think that's a really, really cool effect. I've done this one-handed sitting behind my car, and it actually works very, very well. Not while driving, of course. One more time. There you go. I love this dripper. All right, guys, gals. Now I'm going to go ahead and vape this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and squirt the juice on my coils. Ready? Here we go. That's nice. That's nice. For a prototype that has a few problems and a few issues with it, this is a win-win. I'm really enjoying this vape. Thanks, guys. Thank you for watching my video.